Our next candidate is Heather Paisley. Heather is a PhD candidate with Drs. Tony Vinn and James Cambrato in the Department of Agronomy in the College of Agriculture and is part of the Ecological Science and Engineering Interdisciplinary Program called ESE. Heather is studying soil fertility and nitrogen use efficiency in corn. She spent 3 years in Uganda as a Peace Corps volunteer, teaching in a secondary school and building fuel-efficient cooking stoves. She likes to whittle in her free time, climb mountains, just to add to her rock collection. And I'll have to ask you another time, do you gather them on your way up or on your way down? I think it's more efficient to gather them on your way down. And to travel to new places to sample soil. She also owns a leopard print lab coat, which I have got to see. The title of her 3-minute thesis talk is Growing Sustainability in Africa.
Africa. Death, poverty. This is all we hear on the news. It's all we see on TV. And it's all I knew when I went there first as a Peace Corps volunteer. My village in Uganda was littered with the ghosts of failed humanitarian projects. A dry well here, a barren field there, and a crumbling school down the road. Coupled with a growing population, and the prospects for Africa look a bit dire. By 2050, the global population is supposed to reach 9 billion people, and most of that growth will be in Africa. In light of this, we need to ask ourselves, are we pouring our resources into short-sighted solutions today and bankrupting our future? Depressing, right? That's what I thought, and so I came to Purdue in search of sustainable solutions. The sustainability couldn't be found in a lab, couldn't be modeled. So I returned to Africa, this time to Kenya and Zimbabwe, to find a way to grow more corn sustainably. Corn is a staple crop in many African countries, but it's also a demanding crop. It needs nitrogen, and it takes that nitrogen from the soil. The longer you grow corn, the more it takes, until eventually there's not enough nitrogen to grow corn anymore. In the US, we get around this because we add fertilizer, replenishing the amount of nitrogen in the soil. But in Africa, fertilizer costs 2 to 6 times what it costs here. That's not a financially viable option. When the plant takes up nitrogen, its goal is to get as much as possible into the ear. The more nitrogen, the bigger the ear, the higher the yield. But the plant's not perfect. Not all the nitrogen is going to make it into the ear. For my research, I look at a particular type of corn that yields high even when there's not much nitrogen in the soil. More yield means more money, more food, more opportunities. But the question is not why is this a good thing, but why is this happening? Is the plant a more efficient plant eternally? Is it able to get more to the ear? Or is it just a more aggressive plant? It's taking more nitrogen from the soil, depleting the soil faster, getting us to that point where we can't grow corn sooner. My findings are showing that it is a more aggressive plant, but that doesn't mean that we can't grow it. It just means we need to partner it with responsible farming techniques so we can feed today without starving tomorrow. I do this work in hope that one day we won't see Africa as a land of broken promises, but one of promise and a bright future. Thank you.
All right, welcome back. I hope you had wonderful cookies. We spent time counting ballots, and it was hard this year. Man, you guys are great. I have learned so much. I really enjoyed it. I think let's give them all a round of applause because they were awesome tonight. We have to narrow it to 3. One of the things we have in the graduate school is this plaque that will be there forever, so you can bring your grandchildren and say, see, I won, whatever. I was the People's Choice Award. That will be hanging in there. We'll add your names onto the big bang plaque for the grad school in there. The awards for these, our first place gets $500, our second place gets $250, and our People's Choice gets $250. So those of you that win, I will need to get with you at some point to get forms filled out so that you can get your money. That's really critical. The other thing of note is that we have plaques for our winners. And I will need them back too to get your name engraved, because right now they're blank. And and to prove that you have it in 10 years, you want to be able to have your name on the plaque. So we'll go ahead and get those back. So the first award I'd like to announce is our People's Choice Award. I can tell you it came down to a tie between that, and then the judges had to decide how they were going to negotiate between People's Choice, First Choice, and Second Choice. So let me go ahead and just announce our People's Choice is Heather Paisley, Growing Sustainability in Africa. Congratulations. There you go. Our runner-up this year is Fa Wang, Vitamin D, the Sunshine Vitamin.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And our first place winner of the 2016 3-minute thesis competition is Joy T. Roy. Breast cancer in me, thank you. And this is a story of persistence, because Joy T. was one of our contestants last year, did not place. So keep coming back, keep trying. You have a chance of succeeding. Let's give them all a round of applause. Let's thank them for their great effort. Appreciate it. So they're going to stick around for some pictures. You're welcome to stick around too and congratulate and talk with them after we get their pictures. We appreciate you all coming tonight. Please spread the word. I think this is one of the best kept secrets that we have in the graduate school about how wonderful the work is that our students are doing, and what wonderful quality that they have. I will tell you, for the next year, I will be talking about all 11 of these talks and telling people what I learned about them, and hopefully you will too, and invite friends and family to come back and colleagues. All right? Thank you so much. Let's give them all one more round of applause.